I grew up in the mountains of Appalachia. It's a beautiful place, but in many ways, terribly isolated from the rest of the world. It's only because the internet happened to be coming of age as I was that I grew up with any real sense of what life might be like beyond its borders. This is the best reason I can give for my adulthood fascination with the mundane object of the computer keyboard. It's an everyday, relatively low-tech instrument, but it gives us a literal, tactile connection to the global community of man. People who are very like us, and also those who are very different. There are vast communities of people online who obsess over their keyboards. It's a pretty disparate crowd, but the one thing we all want is for our keyboards to be beautiful. This is one of my favorite keyboards, which I decided should have a metal housing rather than merely a plastic one. So over the course of 2 years, I taught myself industrial design. After countless CAD models and prototypes, I teamed up with some other enthusiasts, and we raised enough money to get a few made. In the city of Shenzhen, the designs were prepared for robotic fabrication. I've come to know the people who work at this company, which is called U-Idea. We swap stories over Skype about our families and cultures, and we learn from each other about manufacturing, business, and engineering. The Chinese have come to specialize in physical fabrication, as Americans have in R&D, innovation, and software. As companies like Apple and Jack Spade continue to show, made in China is no longer synonymous with junk. The most basic concept in economics is comparative advantage, the observation that trade and specialization, domestic and foreign, benefit everyone. There are no winners and losers. A generation ago, the engineers at U-Idea might have been peasants, just as I might have been a coal miner. A rising economic tide has lifted us all, as trade and mechanization have freed both our nations together to do increasingly better things. A few weeks after my order, the cases left the port of Shenzhen. A few days later, they were here in California, ready for my fellow keyboard nerds from Korea to Scandinavia. I take a certain abstract pleasure in this project, because it manifests a conceptual link between two things I love. Keyboards and trade are both symbolic of what makes life in the 21st century great. In the face of politicians and governments who would seek to divide us, here at least are two things that, by their very nature, bring humans together.